the spring of 1982, thousands of onlookers in Anaheim, California, stared in disbelief at the sight of three well-respected 20th century women behind bars. Their individual imprisonment would have been improbable enough. Even more baffling was imagining what the three prisoners could have in common. What crimes were committed by an African-American poetess, a Jewish-German adolescent, and an all-American Hollywood star. In actuality, the crowd was not captivated by these three authors in person, but rather by a display of their books. The three imprisoned authors apparently did have a crime in common. They were guilty, at least in the opinions of some individuals, of creating controversial content. Maya's Anguli's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings was objectable because it preaches bitterness and hatred against whites. The Diary of Anne Frank because it was a real downer. And Doris Day's Her Own Story because a group found the content shocking in light of Miss Day's all-American image. Americans have been blinded by the idea of freedom of speech. Books have been getting banned since the BC era, getting burned, shredded, and stolen. The raging war against book banning has taken place over numerous years. Some people argue that to erase a word or events in a book, or even the whole book, does not erase its history. Other people argue that book banning protects family and minority values. Book banning has been happening all around us for years. People may have thought that it didn't exist, but it's here, and it's real. Some books that have been banned are Harry Potter, Twilight, The Odyssey, Rules for Blue Radicals, In the Time of Butterflies, American Heritage Dictionary, Bless Me Ultimate, All American Mermaid, Wonder Stories Told by Children, Elements of Literature, Dark Laughter, The Hunting of America, Cuban Kids, The Life of Time, Darkest Hour, Dawn, Flowers in the Attic, Garden of Shadow, I Know Where the Many people don't understand what banning a book is. Books don't get shredded or burned anymore. To ban a book, you first must challenge a book. This is an attempt to remove or restrict materials. The actual banning of a book is the removal of those materials in a classroom, library, or school district. Censorship is everywhere. Censorship is current. And censorship is captivating. Censorship is a major part of banning books, mostly because censorship is banning books. When you censor something, you remove or replace something to protect from whoever you are censoring. Censorship is fought everywhere. Recognizing the difference between an individual restricting his or her own choices and an action by a government or public body is at the root of any discussion of censorship. Many people think that book banning is a generally new idea, but they'd be wrong. Demonstrated in Ray Bradbury's sci-fi novel Fahrenheit 451, it's all about book burning and the censorship in a futuristic American city. In Fahrenheit 451, authors attempt to write books that do not offend anyone or create any conflicting opinions. However, the city decides that the only way to avoid objectionable content is to simply burn all the books. Since racism was so high at this time, many people forgot about book banning because it was so little in comparison. The banning of books hasn't gone completely unnoticed, though. The American Bookseller Association, the American Library Association, and the Association of American Publishers have tried to do something about it. As a result of the attention in the spring of 1982, the first Banned Books Week was held several months later in the fall of 1982. They decided to select the first full week of September as Banned Book Week to coincide with the beginning of the new school year, because so many of the challenges occurred in schools throughout the country. The ABA and the corresponding National Association of College Stores sent a promotional packet to members that included a list of more than 500 banned books. A poster titled "Caution, some people consider these books are dangerous" was included. The American Library Association endorsed the week and publicized the event to its members. Book censorship became a front-page story for dozens of newspapers, radio, and television stations. During the first Banned Books Week in 1982, the press and library community frequently posed the questions: why was the book banned? Where was it banned? When was it banned? And what can we do? Without explanation, the list of banned books distributed that first year left many of the questions answered. So, the following year, in 1983, the ALA's Office of Intellect prepared the first annotated list of banned books for Banned Books Week celebration. There are three things that the Banned Books Week is trying to do. They are trying to draw attention to the importance of the freedom to read, to publicize threats to that freedom, and to provide information to combat ignorance and lack of awareness. Many people still don't know or believe in banning books. Banning books is a serious and growing problem. What if soon the government could not only take from our libraries and school districts, but also take from our houses? It is our right and responsibility to stop this.